Hi, everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Happy new month. I've not been here for a couple of days now. I had a few things to do. I hope we all accomplish our goals this month. So, I see a lot of things on TikTok, but nobody talks about the comment section. And some of the things I've seen in the past couple of days is hilarious. So let's get into some of them.
Screenshots that made my jaw drop on this challenge. And the challenge is, I am no man's peace. Let's go see the screenshots. I called you. I watched it ring. I'm toxic, I know. And ugly, so you shouldn't be acting like that. It's over. Okay. Good luck with the new boyfriend. I beg, who said he's new? Oga, who said he's new? I'm spending the night alone again. What about the cockroaches in your room? You seem angry. Are you in bed? Yeah, why? What are you wearing? A graduation gown. And she went up to block the guy. Do you feel anything for me? I feel sorry for you. I didn't know we were in an open relationship. Well, now you know. Let there be light. Okay, this one called 3 times and then he was like, Kamogelo. Yes. Didn't I say I was gonna call you? Yes, you did. And did I say I'm gonna answer? Those are 2?
Describe your ex as a brand. I wanna laugh. The comment did not disappoint. To the comment section. H&M, him and his mom. Apple, always updating, but nothing changed. Netflix, because I shared him with 3 others, and I'm the only one paid. Brand, oh honey, he's thrifted. Victoria's Secrets, because Victoria was his secret. Microsoft, it was micro, I thought it was soft. Hello Kitty, because he said hello to every kitty. Rolex, he rolled back to his Pinterest, full of ideas, 0 action. Uber, everyone gets a ride. Shein, product was smaller in person. Ramen noodles, because he was done in 2 minutes. IKEA, because I had to do it myself every time. McDonald's, because his ice cream machine was always broken. Apple, because I paid for everything. Forever 21, because he'll never grow. The amount of trauma in this comment section is severe.
When someone is scratching your back and misses the part that is actually itchy. It's an acting career. It's like listening to your favorite song, but it pauses right before the best part. It's like you're about to sneeze and it never happens. Feels like I should have been lesbian.
What's the pettiest reason you didn't want to date someone? Someone said, I didn't see myself giving birth to a baby with his head shaped, so I just ended things.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
And I think that's absolutely fair. 1, he had a lisp.
Oh.
2, he had a gap between his teeth so far away from each other, it was like London to Paris.
Helicopter!
I don't know. This one, I know that guys tend to do this. They had a long pinky nail.
No.
I know. Guys, someone said
double combo.
Their eyes weren't white.
Jaundice.
He was the breadwinner from a very poor family.
Wait.
He took me out to a Chinese buffet for our first date and then brought along his female friend. He sneezed too loud and threw his knees upwards.
Wait.
Boy, someone said they had tribal marks.
That's not nice.
Someone said that he only wore his fake teeth to work. He didn't put it on when he was with me.
Sorry.
Oh no! Not the dead brother.
Just watched a video where a woman writer shared how her mom came over to help. Her mom did all the housework, laundry, cooking, cleaning, and childcare so she could focus. During her mom's stay, writer tripled her daily word count. Then she said something that hit hard. Most men have this kind of support their entire lives. Next time you call a man productive, consider that. Let that sink in. Now ready? Let's go. Behind every unsuccessful woman, there is a man. Once I read this thing where a woman said that she will not read any books on productivity, time management, habits, or how to live the best life if they're written by men, because they were able to manage that time or build those life-changing habits because they had a wife. Instead, this person said they would only read female-authored books on that subject, moms or wives that did the laundry, worked, and still got stuff done. I think about that a lot. This is why marriage was once seen as a partnership, because the woman's labor allows the man to work. But lately, I see men talking as if this contribution does not help them at all, as if she's the one being paid by his work. There is some good stuff done about women never having the luxury of entering the flow state because they are endlessly interrupted. Men have capitalized off of unpaid labor for thousands of years. They're not better at a single thing than women, they've just always had reliable help. Isn't it amazing what a human can accomplish when they have reliable help? She didn't get more discipline, she got what men call Tuesday. Turns out genius is often just uninterrupted time and someone else doing the dishes.
This is so true and so real. You know, because when women do it, they don't write stories about it. There's no fairy tales about it, you know. But when men do it, they write stories about it. And guess what? They sell it to the younger women and tell them that these men are coming into their lives to save them, when in actual fact, it's the women going into their lives to save them. I love that one of the commenters say, behind every unsuccessful woman, there's a man, because it's true. Because it's true. You know, how many women can stand here and say, oh, this man came into my life and transformed my life? How many? It will be a handful. And that's what most women are looking for from men, because they've been sold this idea that this man is going to come into their lives and transform their lives, take them out of their own life, right? Bring them into his life and change their lives. But that's not the case. It's usually the other way around though. You are the one going there to change their lives with your unpaid labor, your body, and so on and so forth. You know, your mental, your physical, your vision, everything. You give it to this man. You pour it into him for free. If I have a wife, I'm sure I'll be 10 times more productive, because the wife will carry on doing everything. She will cook, she will clean, she will still go to work, come and pay half of the bill, she will take care of the kids, and all I have to do is focus on my job. So the man gets everything he wants, then the woman is what? At a default. She has to work times 2. For what?
A woman who used to watch Shira 7 was unalived by her 54-year-old sugar daddy. A lot of men, they think that they own you when they give you stuff.
These men think they own you just because you're a woman and you exist. Not to take away what this woman is saying, because her points are valid, but I have a question. Why do we constantly move the goalposts when a woman's life is taken by the hands of a man? You as a woman are more likely to lose your life by the hands of your child's father, by your own husband. The highest rate of mortality of a pregnant woman is by her child's father. This is not an opinion, this is statistical facts. But it's too easy to sit here and blame a woman for her unaliving when a man made the choice to take said life. Because when it isn't a sugar daddy that takes her life, right? If her unaliving was by a regular man that she met on a dating app, y'all would say, why would you meet a man off the internet? Okay, if she met a man in person instead and that man took her life, y'all would say, why would you trust a man you don't even know? Okay, if she met a man through mutual friends, through church, through school, and then he took her life, what would you guys say? You ignored all the red flags, you lacked discernment, etc. When a woman is unalived by her baby daddy, it becomes you picked wrong. When a woman is unalived by her husband, now it's what did she do or didn't do in her marriage to set that man off. It's always something else. Even when a woman is approached by a random man on the street and she declines his advances and he takes her life, you should have given him your number. She should have let him down slowly and not hurt his ego. Okay, so when a woman messes with a man who's a bum and doesn't provide for her, you're gonna tell her, what'd you expect? He was a bum. You should have picked the man that actually provides. Okay, when she don't date bum and the man has money and he's generous or a sugar daddy, whatever you want to call it, and he takes her life, then it's her fault for picking him. It's always something else. When it's a black man that does it, they say, of course, he's a pookie, he's a thug, why she picked him? When it's a white man, they say, why would you dating a white man to begin with? When he's older, they say, what did she expect for messing with an older man? When she dates a man younger, what did you expect? He's a young man. Clearly, the common denominator is men. Men. So then when women say, I don't even want to deal with men, I'm celibate, I'm done, I just want to be on my own, 4B, y'all will then say, you're just not getting picked, you just can't get a man, you're gonna be lonely forever, you and your cat, you're gonna pass away alone. It never matters what a woman does or does not do.
A man can take her life and they will say, what does she do wrong to put her in that position to have her life taken from her? Doesn't matter the race, doesn't matter the age, doesn't matter how much money he has, good D, bad D, nice job, no job. If that man makes a choice to take her life, they're gonna blame it on you somehow. They're gonna find a way to blame you for it. And I am all about accountability. Y'all know that. But it gets to a point where how much accountability can you even have if you're just dealing with men?
I'm Bobby and I'm 31. Just the outfit. She seemed dope. Like, I think we would be like good friends.
And now is he someone that's your type?
No, you look like a store runner. Your chains look terrible. I don't know why you have the toothpick. It's giving granddaddy. And your pants are tight as fuck. I'm not gonna I love that you match the Adidas with the shoes, but your outfit is crazy. And then you got the two ponytails like you Lil Yachty.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with it. So it would be a no for me. I like the height though and the skin color.
Imagine commenting on somebody else's looks and not looking in the mirror first. This one, I don't feel sorry for you because you brought yourself.
The title on that video should have been When You're Mad But Don't Know How to Use Your Words Like an Adult. Listen, it doesn't say much about you as a husband if you want to hurt or annoy your wife when she makes you mad instead of trying to communicate what happened so that it doesn't happen again. She obviously communicates with you what makes her upset, and that's exactly how you know that splashing water all over the mirror after she cleans it is enough to drive her mad. And I know that most men will say that this is just a joke, but only a juvenile would think that it's funny to admit that they want to punish their wife for upsetting them. You also don't realize that you admit to knowing a lot more than you've pretended to when you throw a tantrum like this around your house. You've probably told your wife to make you a list of what to do because you don't know what needs to be done. Or you've told her that you're not a mind reader when she's asked you to do your part around the house. But this video proves that you've known exactly what she's expected of you all along. So you know exactly what annoys her if it's to piss her off, but you can't remember what annoys her so that you can avoid doing it. You obviously heard her when she told you that it frustrates her when you don't close the cabinets or bother to replace the roll of toilet paper when you see that it's empty. You obviously know that it drives her nuts when you forget to take the trash out or you leave your dirty dishes on the counter next to the sink. And that's devastating because it means that you have all the answers when it's to hurt her, but not when it's to help her. You used weaponized incompetence to feign ignorance, but you obviously knew what mattered to her all along. And that means that you had the tools to make her feel seen, heard, and understood, and yet you chose not to. You tend to expose things when you're angry that you try to hide when you're not. So you end up exposing that you were never incompetent, you were just unwilling. But women shouldn't only feel seen when you're mad at them, and they shouldn't only get proof that you've been listening when you're throwing the words they've said to you back in their face. This is all very simple, because you knew how to participate in your household all this time, but yet you chose to hold on to all that information until you wanted to make her feel as mad as she made you. So I know that this video may have made you feel manly, but there's nothing manly about showing restraint in some areas if you're just going to brag about abusing someone in others.
And this is not the only one I saw. There's a lot of men who have done this particular video on TikTok. They say it's a joke, it's comedy, it's satire, but this is how a lot of men behave, even when they are not provoked. They will make sure that you are doing more unnecessary chores and so on and so forth. If you are with them and you do something that they disagree with, or you do things for yourself, it pisses a lot of men off, and they'll tell you they don't put hands on. You might as well put, because this is also abuse. Okay, this is abuse. Okay, yeah. The
reason why most of you women are single is because
you look like that. No, seriously though, like, it's because you look in the way that you look. And you have the audacity to sit up here and talk about a woman being fit. Like, have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? Have you been on the scale?
He went away for work and the kids asked if he could stay at work forever. I realized I wasn't the only one who enjoyed when he was away. My cat started leaving the room when he was there. He started quoting Andrew Tate. At his granddad's funeral, his grandma told me not to make the same mistake she did. He saw a pregnant woman walk into the train, shivered, and said, "I'm so disgusted by pregnant women. Any remaining feelings that I had at that point were dead." I jokingly said he looked like a tiki man and then realized I wasn't joking and he did indeed look like a tiki man. Out of all the horrible things that he did, it was the tiki man that got me out of here. When I started to wish he would cheat on me so I could just leave. Told me men have needs days after my sister unexpectedly died. My mom was diagnosed with cancer and I saw him message his ex asking to go to hers because the vibe was weird at my house. Even offered to cook dinner. He made a pro-Trump comment, "We're European." It was the easiest breakup of my life. We were fixing the roof. I didn't really know what I was doing, so he lost his temper, climbed down the triple ladder, and then removed it. He left me on that roof in the rain for 4 hours. No phone, no coat. It was November. When I found a voice recording on how he cheated on me, full details with a man. Told me he wouldn't drive me to the hospital when I was having a miscarriage, then yelled at me for making him look bad when I called my parents for help. I was 20. He booked a vacation alone while our daughter was in her hospital bed fighting for her life. He came back to an empty house. My very outgoing dog who loves everyone didn't like him being around him. When he criticized feminism, his family disrespected me and he did absolutely nothing. He refused to teach our daughter to celebrate me on Mother's Day. I had to watch my mama pass on FaceTime in Korea because he was army. I asked him to sit with me and hold my hand and he said no, and that I was selfish for even asking him to share that burden with me, left with my daughter for her memorial and never returned. Not me, but I was in FaceTime with my best friend when her hair started falling out during chemo and her partner walks in and tells her to stop being dramatic. I saw it in her eyes. I looked at him one night and he looked inhuman. All of his evil actions physically manifested on his face.
Wow. And they will swear they didn't know where the divorce came from. It fell from the sky. It fell from the sky. She just got up one day and decided to leave. Everything was fine. There was no problems. Yes, because you were having fun. She wasn't. You were living your life. And I'll go back to the other clip I was talking about before. You were living your life as if, you were still single. Still got to cheat. Still got to do anything at all that you wanted to do. The burden was not on you. It was on her. And you treated her horribly while you were at it. So how would you know? You won't know. And it's very bad when he goes away for work and the kids are like, they wish he's not coming back. That says a lot. That says a lot. But they will swear that children need both parents in the household. But most of the times, they are better off alone with their moms. Because the father is just an absent present father. And if he's actually present father, most of the times he's abusive and they don't like his energy. Do better. Like, your own children don't want you in the house. They're happier when you're not there. That says a lot about you. That's it.
Welcome to Razo Matchmaking Services. So I'm going to have you take a seat. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Got a little notebook here. I'm going to write down what you want in a woman and see if we can pair you up with the right one. Sounds good, bro. Thanks. All right, let's start out with looks first. What are you looking for in a woman, like aesthetically? What do you want her to look like? Nothing crazy, bro. I want her to be a 10, but like a 10 that doesn't know she's a 10. Okay, do you consider yourself a 10? Absolutely not. I'm actually really insecure about my looks, but she needs to be a 10. Yes, preferably without makeup as well, but I do like makeup. Okay, moving right along, what do you expect from her? What do you want her to do? How do you think the relationship would, what's the yin and yang here? She's got to know how to cook. She's got to know how to clean. If I want to have kids, she's got to be able to raise those. I want her to be fun, but I also want her to act like my mother. Preferably my grandmother, if I could do that. I don't want her to be boring either. Brother, you're looking for a woman with a 1950s brain, but modern day fun activities? Yeah, that's it. That's basically all I want. I was speaking sarcastically, but all right. All right, next question, like bedroom-wise, what are you expecting in the bedroom? Oh, that's easy, bro. She can't have like a pass, you know what I mean? Like preferably the lowest numbers of bodies possible at the age of 32 and up. Honestly, if she can just stop sleeping with people at the age of like 19, that'd be great for me. All right, cool. So you prefer like more reserved, right, to herself? No, like I want her to be an absolute freak. I want her to have all the experience without her having any of the experiences. I don't know what to write down for that. I don't think I've ever met a virgin who's also a freak. Virgin, that's a freak. That's what I want. I don't think that's real. Those are just my preferences, bro. Don't judge me. All right, I'll write it down. What kind of attitude are you looking for? Like, what are things that you really expect from her that would make you feel good emotionally? Well, if she could just appreciate every thing I do, but never ask me for anything, and just appreciate everything that I do that I'm supposed to do. You want to be appreciated for just being a boyfriend? Exactly, just basic shit. But the most appreciation, but don't ask me for anything, because then I feel weird. How are you going to know what she likes if she never asks you for shit? Well, she shouldn't like anything except the things that I do, No, I have no idea what that means. I'm just going to write down NA. Any personality traits you like, dislike, like absolute no's, absolute yeses? Yeah, I want her to be independent, like hyper independent, do everything for herself. But she's got to let me lead. I want to be able to tell her what to do. I don't want to have to worry about her shit. You want a CEO that takes orders? Yeah, kind of, in a sense. Do you have money? Oh, my family has money. I mean, it's mine too, but my family does. I work at the gym. And you don't think a woman that loves you and cherishes you is entitled to the lifestyle you live? No, absolutely not. Get it on your own. Weird. Anything else? Yeah, I don't want her to be materialistic, but I want her to have material. Because I like how that shit looks, but I don't want her to be materialistic. I like the aesthetic of materialistic, like the lashes, and she got the under the muscle CCs, that's cool. I just don't want to pay for it. Because it doesn't matter to me, but somehow it still matters to me. For example, like what if she doesn't have her nails done and shit? No, I can't do that. She's got to get her nails done. But materialism doesn't mean anything to you. Right. Yeah, I think I'm done. What we gathered here is you're going to die alone, sir. What you're asking for does not exist, except on false internet pretenses which people type out to attract other people, but they actually don't live that way. But thanks for coming in anyway.
You're dark. Huh? You're dark and I prefer light-skinned women.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah, I like light skins over dark skins.
That's good. Good for you and your preferences.
Yeah, I prefer light skins. Light skins are better.
Okay, wait, back up.
Wait, no, light skins. Light skins are better. Light skins.
Back up.
Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. Light skins are better. Light skins are better.
It's okay.
Stop pushing me. Light skins are better.
I don't want to.
Don't run away from me. Light skins are better. Come back here.
Stop.
Light skins are better.
Stop.
Light skins. Light skins. Light skins. Light skinned women are the preferences. Light skinned women are better. Light-skinned women! Light-skinned women! Light-skinned!
And this summarizes it. This is exactly how it feels like whenever I see a black man standing somewhere talking about their preference, but then pulling black women into the conversation. When someone asks them like, why, tell me why you like your wife or your girlfriend. They go, oh, but a black woman did this, and a black woman did that, and a black woman this, and a black this, and a black that, and black, blah, instead of talking about the women, and most of the times we don't care. It's just my preference. It's just my but we don't care. But they keep pushing it down on us and pushing it like they want us to care so much, but we don't care. Go where you are loved. Go where you are appreciated. Go where you are cherished, and stop pulling our names and our skin tones and our hair textures and our features into it. Okay? If you're going to do it, be proud about it with your full chest. Talk about the women in your lives. And stop the comparison, because at this point, everybody knows what you are doing. It's not hitting the way you think it is. That's all we are saying. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here and I'll see you again another one. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.